If you're looking for a cheap coin service that's reliable, footcoinsellers.com, undeniable. The service is fast, it's instant, it's quick, and it's rapid. Use promo code ZWE at the checkout.
What's happening, boys? It's Tibak here. Hope you guys are having a fantastic Sunday, and welcome to another 2018 World Cup squad builder. This time we are doing the Spanish side, the 2018 Spanish side as I see it. And as always, guys, this is just my opinion, so I want you guys to let me know in the comment section below what you would do differently as well. Let me know what squad builder you want to see next. You want to see the 2018 Italian or the 2018 Dutch side? According to what I think they might look like. Again, let me know what you would have done differently, and let me know if you guys want Italy or the Netherlands. But before we get in the episode, if we go blast 1,500 likes per usual, you guys have been going nuts on that like button, which is freaking fantastic. That would be sweet. As well, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, as I do upload twice daily. At SvibukHD is my Twitter. But without any further ado, boys, let's get in the squad builder. Alright, guys, so first up is our keeper, and, you know, Casillas and Valdez are getting up there, and Casillas was kind of dealt a bad card. I feel bad for him, because it wasn't entirely his fault in the World Cup. I mean, yeah, he didn't have... There were a couple of moments where it was like, Casillas, what the hell were you even thinking, man? Bist du verrückt, Lodge? What were you even thinking? But by and large, I mean, Robin, for example, shouldn't have been able to cut up in midfield that quickly and score that ridiculous goal, which I still think is one of the top 5 goals of the tournament. But that's neither here nor there. Casillas and Valdez, there's a chance one of them gets in, but honestly, I think it's going to have to be this man right here. De Gea plays for obviously plays for Manchester United. If he has 4 more years of Premier League experience, that's all the better. He'll be ready to take over that job. Best part is he'll only be 27 in 2018. So I think he has the keeper job slated in for the 2018 World Cup. Let's move on over to our right back. All right, guys, at right back we are going with Carvajal, Dani Carvajal, Real Madrid's right back. It looks like he is the future of the position, and rightly so. A very, very talented right back who has definitely shown that he is up to the task, anchoring the right side of the defensive line for the Spanish national team. It'll be interesting to see what the coaching, managing staff does, but I think he's slated as the right back. Let's move on over to our first center back. All right, guys, the first center back is going to be the Real Sociedad man. It is Inigo Martinez. Just so happens to be one of my favorite non-rare gold players in the game. It's going to be only 26 years old. He's proven plenty at Real Sociedad. I think he's definitely among those future players that are going to lead Spain into the future. I think the main thing with Spain is they got to figure out what they're going to do. Is the Diego Costa experiment going to work out, or are they going to stick to a more traditional Spanish style? Is tiki-taka coming back? That is going to be the major headline in the 2018 World Cup. 2012 Euros are going to be coming a lot sooner than expected, so we might see some of these guys earlier than we might expect. But yeah, I think this is looking pretty much, this is sort of how I'm seeing it unravel with the first 3 players. Let's move on over to our second center back, who is a more familiar face. All right, guys, our second center back, and really he should be the first just because he deserves that sort of respect. Sergio Ramos has almost a decade worth of caps, 9 goals for La Roja. Forgive me for the pronunciation, please forgive me. But you wouldn't think that he's only 27 years old. Will be 32. His birthday will be so he'll be 32 in the 2018 World Cup. Plenty young for a player of his caliber. He's got physicality, and he can also score. I don't think there's not a center back that can on the Spanish side that can fulfill what he can offer to the team yet, and he'll only be 32 by the time 2018 World Cup comes around. If they make splashes, if they make waves in the 2012 Euro, I think he's going to be a big part of it. Let's move on over to our left back. All right, guys, our left back, and I don't think this is going to be any surprise, Jordi Alba will only be 29 years old by the time the 2018 World Cup comes around. The Confederations Cup game versus Nigeria, in which he scored 2 goals, was kind of indicative of the talent that Jordi Alba is. I mean, we all know Jordi Alba plays for freaking Barcelona. We see him during the regular season of La Liga BBVA. But he is an incredibly talented player. I think he definitely is going to be starting for the squad, and he's going to be a potent player at that. I think, you know, still 29 years old, that's a peak age. Sports in America here, the peak ages are like 25, 26, whereas in football, you bend the rules a little bit. You can still be an incredibly efficient and dominant player. Ibrahimovic is like 33 or 34, and look what he's doing in one of the best leagues in the world. But that is the back line with the keeper. Let's move on over to our midfield. All right, guys, so our first midfielder is going to be none other than Koke. I forget how to pronounce it, but one thing you need to point out about him, I know there's a lot of other names that could fulfill this particular position. Second in La Liga in assists with 14. and was the started for the Spanish side that beat Australia 3-0 in the game that essentially didn't matter at all. So those two things are definitely two pieces of information that I think would definitely support the fact that he should be a starting fixture in the Spanish national side come 2018. And it just so happens to be a really good player in FIFA as well, but that's not why we chose him. We're basing it off merits, and he definitely has them. Let's move on over to our second midfielder. All right, guys, our second midfielder, and wait for it, is going to be none other than the Biscuit, aka Busquets. Where is he? There's a famous quote from Vicente del Bosque where saying, he said something along the lines of, and I think the translation is, if I were a player, I'd want to be Busquets. So if Del Bosque is still in charge of the national side, I think it's safe to say that he's going to get a the starting nod. He started every game for the Spanish national side as well. He's a standout player for Barcelona. He'll be 30, I believe, by the time the 2018 World Cup rolls around, so that will be definitely one of the veteran leadership roles. As you can tell, a lot of this team that I've got in front of you right now is very young, so they are definitely going to need some leadership in the form of Ramos and Busquets. Let's move on over to our third midfielder. All right, guys, now in the Xavi role, which will be filled because he's not going to be making another World Cup. We know that for certain. He's just going to be, well, not for certain, but he's going to be up there in age. So we're going to go with a youngster. I believe he's going to be 91. He's going to be about 26 years old. It is none other than Bayern München man Thiago. Now the condition here is the ligament. The ligament in his knee is always acting up, always somehow getting injured. But if he can stay healthy, he will be one of those players to watch in the Spanish national side. I guarantee you that in 2018. I don't really need to say guarantee you that because he plays very well for Bayern. But yeah, that is the midfield as I see it. Koke, Busquets, and Thiago. Let's move on over to our attacking force. All right, guys, at right wing, we are going with the extremely talented Deulofeu. Played for Everton this past season, but Barcelona confirmed earlier, a few months ago, that he will not be returning for a second loan spell. He's going to be going back to Barcelona and cracking the first team squad, believe it or not. Had some injury issues at Everton, but The Guardian, which most of you guys in the UK are familiar with, is a publication there, ranked him as a top 10 young player to watch out for. He's 20 years old right now, will be 24 by the time the 2018 World Cup rolls around, so I think he definitely will be an important fixture in the national side in 2018. Let's move on over to the other side of the pitch. All right, guys, our left winger, and this is probably not going to be another surprise. It is going to be Jesse Rodriguez. Scored 5 goals in 18 appearances for Real Madrid the last season. Will only be 25 by the time the 2018 World Cup rolls around. Definitely one of the younger talents that you know, for as crushing as the loss was, for as crushing as Spain's performance was in this last World Cup. God, the freaking mosquitoes, dude. As bad as the performances were, you know, at least they ended well against Australia 3-0. But they have a lot of youth to look forward to. So I think Jesse Rodriguez anchors the left side. Let's go to our striker. All right, guys, so at striker, we are going with the youngster, where is he? Morata. Can we find him? Alvaro Morata. Can you please stand up, bro? There he is. Alvaro Morata plays for Real Madrid. In the 2013 European Championship in Israel, he was the top scorer in the entire tournament and was one of the reasons that Spain won the entire thing. The under-21s I'm talking about, obviously. But he's 21 years old now, will be obviously 25 by the time the 2018 World Cup rolls around. Again, going for youth here. These guys are going to be in their prime, anywhere between, you know, they'll be 24 to 29, 30 years old. This is the squad as I see it. Let me know if you guys would do anything differently. Also, keep in mind, before you say anything quickly, keep in mind that this is 2018. This is 4 years away, so you have to figure that a lot of these guys are going to have 4 more years of high top-level league play in their resumes. I didn't know what I was trying to say there, but this is the squad as I see it. Don't forget to let me know what you would have done differently. Do you guys want to see? Also, do you guys want to see Italy or Netherlands done next? Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Hit that like button if you enjoyed it. Till next time, tschüss, later, ade. What's happening, boys, and happy Saturday. Welcome to another episode of PAX. I've got Jada here. Jada, why don't you come up here and just